content creator Smurf in quotes, which means someone needs to have said it, not me. And then TrU3Ta1ent Debunked and Analyzed. Some other person said this. I didn't say it. I never said all near enough all Survivor content creators Smurf. Yeah, so let's have a look. How you doing, Cap? All right, let's have a look.
Yo, Post Pain Pez here. TrU3Ta1ent is a DVD content creator with 370,000 subscribers.
Damn.
And recently, they've been in some pretty hot water due to some accusations
No, not recently. It's been for like 3 years on and off.
he's been throwing around. In today's video, we'll be going in depth how some of the things he said have gotten them in the spotlight of harsh criticisms, and why I think True is wrong about what he said. And let me clarify,
I think I'm wrong about what I've said. So when I look on YouTube, I don't mainly see really good survivors bullying bad killers for survivor content. Okay, I'd like to see why he thinks I'm wrong.
Neither a fan nor a hater of TrU3Ta1ent, but
I appreciate
just an
that.
observer. This video gets a bit wild.
I will be able to tell if you are biased or unbiased.
From an accusation against a huge part of the community.
Judge Survivor saw 99% of what Survivor content on YouTube is. Clueless Killer couldn't down me. Yes, that's what I see. 99% of what I see, obviously, I don't know what 99% of all content on YouTube is. That makes no sense. But 99% of what I see, when I go on YouTube and I see it, I don't look for it. When I see it, yes, it's Clueless Killer. Couldn't down me with zero. Well, the couldn't down me with zero perks is referring to the killer I went against, but it's Clueless Killer basically. Yeah.
To one of the most popular Survivor content creators, calling this person
no idea why this guy got involved. Honestly,
not on Twitter. A big disclaimer, by the way, before commenting anything, please watch this video in whole.
Sounds too low. Oh god damn it. There you go. Someone said they don't see that. Really? That's cool. I was asking about that. I was saying, like, do you see the same? Because like whenever I'm seeing like Survivor content, it isn't like really good Survivor against really good killer, unless you talk about like pro scene. It's usually really good Survivor and killer who legit can't hit a 360. Or really good Survivor and a killer who loses a Survivor who's literally in front of them because they jumped out of a window or something. That's what I see. But if you don't see that, that's cool. You know, as I said, it's not 99% of content. It's 99% of content I've seen. It seems to be very consistent. But maybe I'm just unlucky. Maybe it's just, I don't know, random. I don't know why.
Criticism is welcome as long as it's constructive. And that goes for comments about both me and TrU3Ta1ent.
Agreed.
Anyways, without further yapping, I hope you enjoy your scheduled Pez programming. So why did this all start? TrU3Ta1ent has been a controversial figure for a while now due.
Why am I controversial? Because I say things against the popular narrative. That's why. I don't just go, oh yes this, oh yes that. I come to my own conclusions, and a lot of times it goes against the popular narrative because the popular narrative is casual Survivor. The popular narrotive of DBD is casual Survivor.
Due to some less than popular takes, but this tweet that he made recently is even worse. I'll roll the clip where he explains it himself.
Okay. 30-0-0, didn't lose one. Would have kept winning. Then I jumped on Survivor, and I saw 99% of what Survivor content on YouTube is. Clueless Killer, couldn't down me with zero perks. Yeah. What I've seen. Like, it has to be what I've seen. I can't obviously say what 99% of all content creation on YouTube is. Obviously. Yes, I how the fuck would I know? Like, incorrectly and gave them an angle. I didn't think... Like, why would... How would I know? It's so stupid. Think about it. Of course it's the same. Like, the way I was thinking when I... Soft deflection used to distract from how his original take still said 99% of the content. I'm explaining it. What do you mean, distract? I hope you talk about the fucking massive twist where they say 99% of content creators, because I don't know how 99% of content equals 99% of content creators. I wrote it is whenever I look at YouTube, whenever I look at like that's the fucking 99%. Even when he wants to rephrase his tweet, you need to take full accountability for the original wording instead of saying gave them an angle. Yeah, but you don't understand. I've been slandered for 3 years solid. Do research on me. Do research on me, and then like you'll understand why I think people go for angles. Ableist, homophobic, racist, angles. Of course I'm going to be like defensive and think they're going for angles. Why won't I? It's been 3 years. At the time, it's that a clueless killer and they can't down me, right? Yeah.
Now True usually spits out some hot takes, but this is not the same as a hot.
They all say that, and then whenever they address it, It's either they say, oh, okay, fair enough, or they just don't say what.
Take. This is a straight up accusation against a large part of the community. And he does clarify that it's 99% of the Survivor content that...
I didn't say they were smurfing D-ranking. I was saying what they were going against. There's a correlation to my Smurf account and what they're going against, but I'm not saying that's what they're doing. I'm saying there's a correlation. I try to find out why I observe something. There's a correlation. Correlation doesn't equal causation, but there is a correlation.
He himself has seen. But let me get real close just so you understand. Clarifying that it's only Survivor content that you yourself has seen changes nothing about how this accusation is read. Okay. And let me tell you why. Yeah. How the YouTube algorithm works is that it'll feed you the most popular creators first, but before showing you the more niche ones. So he must have at some...
It doesn't matter. Like, I don't like watching certain content creators, so I'm not going to check their shit anyway.
Point seen the most popular creators like JRM, Arun, Skirms, etc. at some point and watch their content.
Okay, so the question to this person is, why do these people keep coming up when I'm talking about Smurf content and bullying killers? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, it doesn't make sense. If you look at their content and you're like, oh, this survivor and this killer are playing really well, and they're, oh wow, this is such high level play, why would you think I'm talking about them? Like, it's so fucking weird. Because they're most popular. If they're the most popular and I'm saying they're smurfing and they're going against really good players, how would that make any fucking sense? It's so stupid.
And let me just add that saying 99% is the same as saying as 100%. Just say 100% at that point. Now, when people ask
it might be 100%. Like, when I've checked YouTube stuff, I don't think I've ever seen a survivor going against a competent killer with the stuff I've seen. And I ain't even seen all the way through full videos. Maybe they do at the end. It's just not content I enjoy, and it's loads of meme clips as well. It's just what I've seen, man.
For examples on what TrU has seen, he goes the route of saying, oh, I don't want to spread hate to anyone.
Of course. But they're fine doing it to me.
Now, the issue of that is, instead of accusing some popular creators
TOS
and being able to show proof, the accusation's more broad, has no...
How would I be able to show proof? How the fuck would I be able to show proof? I'd need to, like, somehow get into their profile and, like, find out new, like, Smurf accounts. And, like, how would I do it? Like, how can I show proof? It's all hidden. Like, all I'd be doing is creating a witch hunt, which is against TOS. Why would I do that?
No proof. And now a portion of...
Well, somehow they get away with doing it to me, but...
TrU's community believes that all Survivor content is made with smurfing.
No, I don't.
And this is what TrU's response might be.
These people are like, oh, you're making people... Every instance of what I believe is a deflection playing victim will be in pink. Playing victim. Saying new things about my gameplay, what they're observing. What the fuck are you guys doing about me? Yeah, I think what you're doing is like 10 million times worse. Yeah. Like, you're creating so much misinformation around me. To TrU's credit, a ton of misinformation has been spread about him. Well, at least you note that, yeah. But again, this doesn't justify making an accusation with no... consistently. And then as soon as I give some tools where people can make their own... No, the tool was a broad accusation with no actual evidence. I was using a Smurf account and it correlated to the content I see on YouTube. What do you want about? It literally correlated to what I see on YouTube. Like, I'm like, throw mind up about stuff. It's all, oh no, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. Notice how he says that he gave them the tool. Yes. But then later will say that he has nothing to do with why people leave smurfing contents. Well, I don't. Giving someone a tool, giving someone a fucking gun, and they shoot someone isn't your fault. They did it. Like, what do you want about? I'm giving them a tool. I'm giving them information. I'm giving them perspective so they can actually come to their own conclusions, which might correlate to mine or be complete opposite of mine. I'm allowing them to actually have some critical thinking. What the fuck are you on about? Look,
Oh,
TrU3Ta's starting to make people do these things. Like, what is going on? And also, I bet if I fucking looked into this, I bet these like smurfing allegations are way before I've said anything. I don't see it. Because people have fucking brains and they're like, why is this person going against such bad players when they're so good? When I play, I don't. Why do they? I bet I'd fucking find it.
Which makes his viewers think other streamers are smurfing or deranking.
They can think what they want. And why are they saying this? They're seeing something. Wait, I'm reacting to like a reacting thing, Justin. This has nothing to do with me. Bros to TrU3Ta1ent. Notice how quick he is to side with comments saying Aaron is smurfing deranking without watching Aaron's videos. What? Baby killer. They see.
Or deranking.
They can think what they want. And why are they saying this? Yeah, they're seeing something. Yeah, this has nothing to do with me. Yeah. What? This is what I'm on about. They're saying something because they've seen something. This isn't anything to do with me. if they were watching like some fucking comp, like really good survivors, really good killers, and they were playing really well, they're not gonna be like, oh, why are you going against someone really bad? Like, they've seen something. What are you on about? This is so strange. These videos are so strange, and people just eat them up, don't they? Until I address them, and then they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, Bros to TrU3Ta1ent is baby killer so sad. Did you just make this account to get scores? This guy's got a lot of fucking rhyme. If you think I'm taking him out of context, the source video is the best. Does that say dest? Especially you're a loser. How much do you derank to these baby killers? This isn't because they've got a brain of their own and they're seeing something and behaving like this live to his viewers can be a contributing factor to why creators like Aaron get harassed in this comments. Why do you think I'm getting harassed? Who's the person who vaguely said something correlated to an experiment he was doing because he was wondering why stuff looks a certain way? And who was another person twisting someone's wording to get a fucking witch hunt on them? Just thinking something. This is because I'm telling them to go to this specific place and say this specific stuff. Like, what? This is just so stupid. To this specific... Totally condescending. Oh, for fuck's sake. The condescending thing again. What are you all about? I'm explaining it, for fuck's sake. Is it like my accent or something? Is it like my passion in my voice? Like, it's something, dude. It's something. This isn't because they've got a brain of their own and they're seeing something and just thinking something. This is because I think it's my accent, and I think it's how I talk. Fuck's sake. Because I'm telling them to go to this specific place. Oh, they're not condescending. I'm literally explaining it and you're like, no, that's condescending. Say this specific stuff. Like, what? This is just so stupid. This is such a stretch now.
This is exact.
They're using their own brains for what they see. Yeah.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, TrU, but they're not just using their own brains. As a content creator, you have a massive influence on what people believe in, no matter what. Doesn't matter how many times you clarify.
But I have no control over that. I tell people to think for themselves. What else can I do? I'm not gonna fucking like put machines on the brains or whatever. Like,
for people to think for themselves. People will take your accusation at face value and spread it.
That's why I'm not naming names. I don't name anyone. People come to their own conclusions, but it's my fault they came to the conclusion that it was that person. Imagine if I fucking named names. If I named names, fair enough, but
that is just how the internet works, and you should know that yourself because you...
TrU has dealt with his own fair share of misinformation spreading, so he should not be oblivious to how... Yeah, they do it straight to me. They don't say like, you know, some kind of... What would I say? What would be like a good example? It's hard to say. Like, what I say doesn't target anyone in any way. Like, all it talks about is people who have survivor content, right? So it don't have to be everyone, but it's someone who does survivor content. And if you watch that survivor content, they seem to be always going against really bad killers, and they use loads of meme shit, right? That's what it's saying, right? So this misinformation and talking about me, it's literally targeted harassment I get. What I've done is I've observed something and I've been like, why do I observe this? What do you guys think? Do you observe this? Like,
deal
nothing-
with that type of stuff on a daily basis.
fucking blows my mind how they try and like.
Now,
It actually pisses me off, but it's whatever.
when people ask for evidence on who TrU is referring to,
Literally called ableist and shit, and they say, "Oh, this is very similar." Like,
he says, I don't want to spread hate.
Just
proof of what? Like observing people going against weaker killers. Yeah, like I do have proof, but I'm not going to name drop things that I see. Of course I'm not.
only
I'm not going to. Of course I'm not. Could you imagine how bad that would be? Me being vague about it is this bad. Me naming people, dude, it would open the gates. These people would love for that to happen because then all of a sudden, bang, they've got even more kind of what would I say? Reason to complete dogpile me even harder. Like, fuck that. It should, like other people do.
What TrU has basically done here is make an accusation against almost all Survivor content creators.
No. Survivor content creators who go against really weak killers, we all the meme shit.
Yet refuses to show proof. Like I said earlier, this leads
The proof is look for yourself and see if you see it. If you don't, cool. Like,
people to harassing these content creators, as they now echo the sentiment that TrU has placed in.
most of his own community. Most of it is his own community. You've just talked about how we need fucking proof for shit, and then you've said most of the people talking about smurfing is from my community. What? Where's the fucking proof? Like, are you fucking kidding? It's so stupid. Rules for thee, but not for me. That's how always it's been. Most of it is from his own community, since creator's own community will often not question their statements. Yeah, okay. Maybe
to the DVD community, despite not
I
giving
should have
any
a community
proof.
who can think for themselves, or, you know, at least tell you to think for yourself, guys.
When making accusation on this scale, you cannot just be the bigger man by not stating who it is. You need to state who it is and point out why with examples, not just broad things like the killer they're going against is clear.
Why do I need to target someone? Would be a question. You say that I need to. Why? Why do I need to target someone? Why do I need to target specific people that I've seen it on? Why can't I let other people look for themselves and work out if they believe it or not? I will show definitive ways of seeing if the content creators are smurfing later. Stay tuned. I bet you don't.
Clueless, which I'll get more on that later. Now, a content creator who was actually getting harassed was a Rune, and asked for clarification on Twitter to see if TrU thought he was smurfing. And TrU instead decided to dance around it by stating this.
Can you at the very least confirm that you're not talking about me in your tweets? Your fans are already in the comment sections. That's so weird. I find that so weird. At least say that you're not talking about me. And the thing is, if loads of people came out saying that, it's almost like they like process eliminating it down. So weird, talking to your side and harassing me. I don't see your content, Aaron. I don't check your content. So weird way to say, since Aaron calls him out a ton. I thought he was going to say I'm saying his name wrong. Most creators would dig deeper into who is basically their rival. He's not my rival. He does loads of meme shit. Right, and he used to be ex-comp. That's all I know. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why. Isn't his content like Survivor meme shit? Literally the content I'm not interested in. Or does he not? Why are you? No, it's content in that. Okay, well, I don't fucking know, man. Cut off. I don't care about Survivor content. Why do you want to be cut off from these accusations? Yeah. Wait, did I say that? I mean, like you to be like cut off. Why you're wanting like you to be like cut off? Well, not really from the accusations. Why are you wanting to be like, oh, but you know, it can't be me kind of thing? Like, if it isn't you, it isn't you. Why do you care so much? But me saying that I'm not talking about or you are talking about you won't really change what people view. Yeah. Right? No, like if I say, oh no, I'm not talking about you, but then someone sees your content and like, you're going against a weak killer, that's still going to happen, innit? Yeah.
Again, I stated earlier how he must have at least seen some of Arun's content due to how the algorithm works, always pushing out the most popular people first. And he said in this clip that it would not say...
Like, is it just like noob shit, guys? Like, is it the character, the survivor, they zoom onto the survivor and start talking, and then they go into the game and have like meme kind of sound effects. Because that's what like a lot what I see is. Not at all. Okay, well there you go. Yeah, I know. I'm just watching.
Yeah, I can see that, and like, I'm in shock.
Yeah, I know.
How about what you see?
But
yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
But yeah.
I have a lot to say.
No, it's fine.
The public opinion, this is just flat out wrong, stating that you have no knowledge if a rune.
Now he seems to have a rivalry with Erun, which could be a factor on why he will not clarify what he thinks, so it spreads more assumptions without getting the backlash that a direct response would create.
Is smurfing or
doing a direct naming would be witch hunting.
Yeah, it's TOS.
Like, I don't. Oh my god, there's so.
not would actually stop some of your own community members from going and leaving hate comments, because once again, content creators have influence. But the thing is, as much as he likes to dance around it, I believe he actually slips up in this video, and the video he's reacting to shows 4 creators, and, well, let me just show you the clip.
4 creators.
Not like these other streamers that derank and smurf on a daily basis, right?
Yeah, why does he show these? Why did he just name drop people?
Wait.
Not like these other.
Why has he grabbed these 4? Is that some kind of like Freudian? Like, why has he grabbed these? That's so random. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. People do this on me. It's weird. They look it up and then think that I didn't know what I was saying. An unintentional error regarding is revealing subconscious feelings of this person. Yeah, this person who's put them there. So he obviously feels that these might be them.
Now, instead of saying he hasn't watched these creators or he has no opinion,
So as a creator would state that they have no opinion in order to not give the notion to their viewers that they are smurfing. So as a creator would state that they have no opinion in order to not give the notion to their viewers that they are smurfing. What?
So you're not allowed to say what you think.
No, I mean, it's controlling as fuck, as I
Yeah,
said.
it's true.
Like, it's,
One of
it's
these
proper
creators
controlling
smurf.
you into...
He starts laughing at the video creator, who was using sarcasm by the way, saying that he slipped up and showed that he thought subconsciously
Is it safe to
that they were
say TrU
smurfing.
Donald Trump
And
would
this,
be
let me just
exposing
explain
the
this a little
swamp?
Appreciate that.
more in depth. It's a little bit complicated, so bear with me. He believes that the criticism video that's made against him had a Freudian slip, which he thinks that now the creator of this criticism video thinks that they are smurfing. But
Yeah, why would he put them? Why did he pick them 4? There's way more content creators.
this in itself is a Freudian slip, as it shows the mentality about how TrU feels.
But it's easy to catch hints of his bias towards these creators. I don't know who the very bottom one was. I'd have to look. Wait. I know the top 3. I'm not sure who the bottom one is though.
This in itself is a Freudian slip, as it shows the mentality about how TrU feels towards these content creators subconsciously, thinking they smurf. And interesting enough,
what is this male gymnastics?
criticism video thinks that they are smurfing. But this in itself is a Freudian slip, as it shows the mentality about how TrU feels towards these content creators subconsciously, thinking they smurf.
Huh? That's right, mental gymnastics. So someone putting up on their video 4 separate people and me saying that might be a Freudian because why has he picked them 4 is because I think them 4 what he picked.
Really twisting.
And interesting enough, one of these creators is Erun, a person that he was making sure not to leave a clear comment on.
Well, I don't want to do it on
Reactions
anyone.
like this
I
is
want
what
people to
indirectly sends
I
a
want people to
portion
make
of
their
his
own mind up
community
on
to leave
everything.
comments spreading the allegations with no evidence.
I guess without any proof, mind you, which leads to misinformation and bullying. Oh yeah, I think DVD community know that.
Again, creator influence. I find
The
this quite
misinformation
odd,
and
as TrU
bullying.
always loves to say
Well, you need to target for bullying.
how he's the victim of misinformation.
Something that you want me to do, I'm not doing. Constantly states that I was a victim of misinformation. Well, I am. Like,
That's
constantly
truth.
states, yeah, it's truth.
Constantly.
Yeah, you're not gonna stop me having my own opinion. No, you're not. Like,
It's not
it's not an opinion,
accusation.
it's an
You
accusation.
haven't said anything. How is it an
I know,
bullshit.
and it's literally what I say, and other people agree as well. There's some people who don't, and they say like when they see Survivor content, it's really good killers they're going against, and that's fair enough. But from what I see, it isn't. You guys are far like if you want to say like who's bad here, you guys are far worse, far more. If you damaging, I'm taking out of context. The source video is in. Or description is saying, okay. You direct. Wait, what's this? You guys are far worse. Far more damaging. Easily. Person who accused majority of Survivor content creators of fraud. I didn't do that. You direct.
I'm sorry I'm here, right? Because this has nothing to do with
person.
me. But it's actually pissing me off.
Yeah, it's annoying as fuck, but I mean, what can you do?
And full of shit they are.
Yeah, but they've been slandering fucking ages.
I know, but Jesus Christ, it's so stupid to watch.
Yeah, but I mean, what can you do?
I don't know.
Person who accuses a community with no video proof. You direct. Person a community. Direct massive amount of damage straight in my direction. Yeah, 100%. A person who indirectly makes his viewers comment that Survivor's content creators are smurfing. I'm pretty sure they will have been saying it before I've said it. I'm pretty like I don't know if like does anyone know if anyone said that someone looks like they're smurfing before I've ever mentioned it? Because I'm pretty sure other people will come to the same conclusion that I do. That why is this person really good with Survivor and why is this killer really bad and doesn't know like the first thing how to play killer?
The start of the video said I'm not a hater or a supporter, right?
Said he wasn't biased.
He wasn't biased.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, okay. I feel a massive bias.
But if you look at the video content. All I do is I experiment. I look for things. Guys are so malicious. Right. Do is I experiment. I look. It doesn't state proof he found. I'm not things. Guys are so malicious. You're malicious as fuck. They're being way more malicious, man. But yeah, I'm.
What's wrong about
malicious
that?
as way more. They're being way more malicious. Way more. I wouldn't say it's a Freudian, but I guess it is me subconsciously thinking I should have worded it better. Like I might have offended some people over, but I personally feel the offense is through the twisting of what I said, because I didn't say 99% of content creators. I was talking about the ones who smurf, and they're the ones who would be, you know, noticed or whatever. Just man. So that's why I'd say. But yeah, I'm the one who. What did it say?
And tweets are misinformation.
His tweets are misinformation for the community. I don't think they are. When I get like misinformation about me consistently. Yeah, fuck that's annoying. Literally every day.
Harassed for no reason.
Harassed for no reason. Like just recently I saw that someone said that I don't like comp scene because I tried out for comp and couldn't get in. Like it's just non-stop.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I was like, you never tried for the
no,
scene.
it's a non-stop. And they've got like a screenshot of like TrU3Ta1ent, like as if I'm playing. It's really weird. Reason, like the reason they will be getting harassed, even though probably nowhere near once again what I get, and I don't have a reason to get massive harassment. Anyway, whatever. Like I'm a bit dyslexic to start with, and I always said the same by the way. Massive harassment. Anyway, whatever. Like I'm a bit dyslexic to start with, and I also speak my mind and I type my mind.
Lack of.
The same. You're way more emotional than me.
They're so fucking dumb. Like, sorry to say.
Yeah, I know, but again, like, what does that do?
I'm much more emotional than you are.
Yeah.
But it's just because I want to tell them, fuck off and leave you alone.
They won't. They get views for it.
But that's the thing. You're doing something so nasty to a person just because you know you're getting something from it.
Yeah, I know it's sociopaths, as I said.
Yeah,
like I was talking about, I said about the bullying on Twitter today, where I've basically said there's nothing what really justifies bullying. Like even if you think the person really deserves it, if you're in a circle that's consistently just bullying, targeting one person or a few people over and over and over again, you need to get some kind of perspective. You need to kind of realize, like, are these people actually nice? Like, they're saying these justifications for it, but they're just consistently going in and going in and going in. Like, are they not really just trying to find justification to do it because they enjoy doing it, because they're sadistic? Like, that's what I think. I think people who just continually bullying private discords and all these kind of weird places I think they're really sadistic, personally. But anyway, this statement shows a lack of thought. That goes to some of the things I say on Twitter. I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. I do say things what I'm just thinking.
Yeah, but that's not a lack of thought.
Well,
That's
kind of.
your thought.
Yeah, but what they're talking about is like corporate shit. Where
Yeah,
where
so
you
you have
think
to
out
read it
what you're
over.
writing and you like
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
put it on notepad and spell check and blah blah. But I don't do that. I'm like a down to earth guy. I don't act like most streamers. I just type what I'm thinking. So he's right in a sense.
How dare you?
Yeah, I don't like the
Like,
robot shit.
No, but you do what you want on your Twitter. You're not hurting anyone. People want to be heard and call themselves out in the whole thing. You never mention anyone.
Yeah, I know.
Ever.
But they're all kind of
I'm
right.
not a
Anyway.
corporate typer.
Yeah.
When I think something, I just type it. I've always done that. So yes, you will always be able to twist. You will always be able to find angles to use my poor use of language.
Yeah.
But what do you mean by accountability of it? Accountability of people grabbing it out of context?
I think they're the ones who should be the accountable when they're grabbing it out of context. No content creator should ever have this mindset, as at least a lack of critical thinking when receiving actual constructive criticism. Right. Constructive criticism. I don't want to be a corporate typer, man. Like, it's not my style.
What's that accountability from me?
People should stop trying to twist what I'm saying and DM me and actually talk to me so they actually know what I'm on about. It's like so weird. They'll come
As you
to my
can see,
streams.
he kind of likes to play victim a little bit. And by the
Like
way,
to
saying
play
you're not a
fuck,
corporate typer to send whatever you type on your mind without thinking is just not a good excuse. Yes, there
do it maliciously
That's what I do.
towards anyone. You don't just type something out.
Of course, there's people who twist TrU out of proportion. See, he at least admits it.
Yeah.
But TrU must realize he starts his own misinformation due to poor wording. Well, no, the misinformation starts with a twist. People are not to blame if you phrase something wrong. They kind of are. They get benefit from it, man. You don't get it. You need to look back. You'll see.
There is accountability actually for phrasing things incorrectly. And if people misinterpret your words, it's probably because you did not state it completely well, and you have accountability for that. It is not them twisting, it's just your poor wording.
No, me making a funny voice doesn't mean I'm ableist. You know,
No.
me saying, where did you Indians come from when I thought they were from India isn't me being racist. It's people twisting shit continually. So no, there's no accountability. Like, fuck off. Me, like, you thinking calling people Indian is an insult is fucking racist, but they've got
Yeah,
no
it is.
fucking self-awareness.
And this accusation that you recently made has spread misinformation, which you always seem to be battling against, so that I do not get true. And
Not even misinformation. I see really good survivors go against really bad killers who are literally looking like they've just picked up the game. I see it. If you don't see it, that's awesome. You see something completely different. I see it. So I talk about it and I try and work out why.
speaking of
But it
misinformation,
was tongue in cheek for sure.
if you think I'm spreading any of that, I actually wanted to go over this with you in an interview. And I wanted to share this video's entire script with TrU to get some clarification on things. I mean, he's always open for DMs, right? That's what he says. Roll the clip.
I don't know why they wouldn't just DM me. Just DM me. And
Well, TrU3Ta1ent, I did try to DM you on Twitter, which you need a $10 subscription for. I'm not doing that. Then on
wait, what?
What?
to DM you on Twitter, which you need a $10 subscription
I only got this restriction when trying to DM him. Only other creators had DMs open. Okay, that's weird.
Such bullshit.
I don't know. Like, I ain't done anything.
No, that is
subscription for. I'm not doing
fuck
I understand this could be to avoid hate, but why advertise being able to talk in DMs? Well, I didn't know about this, so I don't know.
doing that. Then on Discord, where you have to be friended to talk about anything with you.
I'm not really on Discord much.
So I couldn't do that, which then I reached out to your Discord moderator who directed me to your business email. And TrU has left my business email unanswered for days now.
Yeah, I am like that though. That's
It
not
seems that
you.
if-
That's something to do with you.
That is-
If you don't have a big
I legit hadn't even seen this shit.
following, you will be ignored. And it begs the question, why even say something like, I can clarify things with you, when you offer no way of messaging you?
I am busy as fuck as well. Unless it's by paying a fee, either Twitter Blue or TTS message. Wow, you won't even do 100 bit
Unless
TTS.
it's publicly on Twitter calling you out. Also, hi TrU, if you're watching this, by the way. My DMs on Discord are still open. If you look in your friend request tab, I'm there. You just add me and we can talk
What
about
for,
this.
though?
Okay, Now that we've discussed everything surrounding TrU and the effect
We are now transitioning from why the accusation was harmful to why now I think they're false. So no one in DBD smurfing. Does you know that I went against someone last stream where they said this is my Smurf account on the profile?
of this 99% accusation, I want to delve more into why I believe
Not the count I went against. They had like a link to the Smurf.
it's false. Now, let me play the clip onto TrU's reasoning on why they might smurf.
So there's definitely more.
What about this? Like logic bomb, right?
Yeah. I know
You're a
this.
content creator.
Well, obviously I do. It's me.
Time's very valuable. Time is very valuable, right?
Yeah.
So, would it not be in your best interest to, like, if you're looking for weak killers, to have an account
Yeah, if you're looking for weak... Well, actually, I'm going to say
that will find a weak killer instantly instead of having to wait hours to find one?
Yeah.
Would that not be in your best interest?
Yeah. It would. Do it for 4. It would, yeah. If you're looking for bad killers and you can get them instantly instead of waiting 4 hours until you find one, that would definitely be smarter, yeah. Just thought, you could... So you could get a Smurf account,
Which you only use for YouTube, right?
and on that account you spend maybe... It would take 60+ hours to get blood points to do this, and a ton of money unlocking characters without grinding 4 shards. Depends what characters you play, depends what perks you need. Wouldn't take 60 hours. Nah. You get your perks well quick now. Nah, definitely won't take 60 hours. No, you could do that quite quick, I think. And it depends on like what survivors you pick and all that kind of stuff. It wouldn't
3 hours.
And also, even if it did take 60+ hours, which it won't, this would be faster than wasting 4 hours every single time looking for a bad killer. So, right, to get all the perks. And once you've got that, then you can just use that for like months for content. Or you could use your main account and then spend 4 hours. The logic here makes sense. It does, yeah. People do this on other games.
But not on DBD. Not on DBD. They don't smurf on DBD for content. No one would do that.
Oh my
Not
god.
on DBD. Any other game?
At least it's admitted, like,
Fuck.
I just don't know why on DVD no one does it. DVD is just so wholesome, I guess. Definitely.
Such a wholesome.
But noticing a clueless play is way too situational of evidence. I'll get into better ones.
4 hours every day looking for a bad killer.
So there you go. I just thought of an angle. Yeah.
Now, completely ignoring the fact that the MMR system is very flexible, which can lead you to versing
We'll also get into this flexible MMR point soon enough, leaving no stones left.
bad killers. I will get more on that later, do not worry. The issue is that most of these popular content creators actually stream their games live to their viewers.
How can you prove that?
Well, it'd be YouTube, wouldn't it? I think.
How can you prove that?
And also, there's one angle they haven't looked at yet, so I'm going to say it now before they start everything. You can just join 3 people with Smurf accounts who don't have anything, or you could just join 3 people who are way lower MMR as well. And your MMR will go down massively just from joining them 3. You don't say you're in a Swift on the video, and you just say, you know, you just act like normal, but really you've got them 3 pushing you down. So you could do it that way as well. There's loads of different ways you can do it. Like, there's probably programs. There used to be programs that people used.
I'm this close to you because I'm listening.
Yeah. Got it. On Smurfing. Yep.
Now, why? Why is this an issue? 1, you can see the prestiges at the end of matches.
Now, if a content creator's prestige on this Survivor Killer is shown as lower than in all videos and prior streams, that would be actual proof. Don't a lot of people like cut the...
They cut it off in many situations, right?
I mean, from what I've seen...
But 2, most importantly...
But again, like, I can't remember last time I've actually seen one.
The facing the killer tips that you see on the loading screens.
That would be brand new. That's the first time you go against the killer.
They show up
And
anytime...
also, would they show that? Wouldn't they go straight into the game?
Yeah, why would they
Why would they show that?
Why? Yeah.
You haven't versed a killer more than 3 times.
This can actually be turned off. Oh, shit. Wow. But if it's shown, it would also be definitive proof. Well, I mean, if people are being really smart with Smurfing, they'll obviously turn it off.
Yeah, why would they show it?
So that was pointless even saying that then. Making a precedent of the streamers always having this on would enable a great way catching actual Smurf creators. Not really, though. It's only, I'm pretty sure, into the first time they go against them, is it free games? At least it's something, but it's not much, man. Like, you can legit have a Smurf account, get the content with, like, you know, in an hour with against loads of baby killers, and then just lose 3 games, and then boom, you're back to the start, and then you can just do it again. It's just forever a Smurf account.
I myself did not stop getting these beginner pop-ups until around 300 hours of playtime due to killer disparity. If these showed up on someone's
Wait, what? 300 hours?
around 300 hours of playtime due to killer disparity. If
300 hours?
So
I don't know about that. I think he gets that wrong. They last a long time, do they? I thought they went away quite quick.
these showed up on someone's screen, that would be proof.
Another old rightish way is tracking the amount of shorts a content creator has if they all have everything, or already have everything unlocked on main. The thing is, the smurfing most likely will be mainly on YouTube. So how will you be able to show that? Do they show the Iri shards? And again, you could do the smurf. You could do the Survivor Friends thing as well.
Still, you mentioned no names.
Yeah, I know.
Definitive proof that they are smurfing. Now, I can't go watching every single streamer, and that
It's not streaming.
No, but exactly. You can't, yeah. So I didn't see 99% of all content creators, did I? Yeah. But if you use some logic, which you obviously understood right there, you'd understand what I'm talking about.
that's research I think you can do for yourself, because I think true, you need to start proving who
I can actually prove it. Any character prestige is going down. Definitive proof. They don't need to show it. And again, it could be the Swift thing.
He's talking about streams though.
Oh!
He's talking about streaming.
Didn't I say on YouTube? I'm sure I said on YouTube. Didn't I say on YouTube? Maybe I didn't. Oh, see, that's wording again. Iridescent shard count works if maxed out. But I said the meme sounds and everything. And on the video, I'm doing the meme sound. You can't do that on the fucking live.
Yeah, you said YouTube.
I said YouTube. So why is he talking about streams then?
I don't fucking know.
So it's a straw man on top of a straw man. Ah. Okay.
Never seen that before.
Well, I mean, there's one thing you can do to see if people are like potentially streaming, not streaming, sorry, smurfing on stream. See if they're Survivor Friendsing people who, you know that they're lower MMR. I don't know how the fuck you're going to know that, but I guess that's the only way you could do it. They could convert shards to BP, though in secret. That would be pretty weird to do. Yeah, so he's just talking about streams here, but let's just see still. TrU3Ta1ent wants to stand their ground on their accusation after everything that you've stated. They need to start doing research into people and prove it. I'm not going to target people. Instead of making vague statements about the community as a whole, it wasn't really about the community, about what I see on YouTube. Look into content creators with solutions you listed.
who you think are smurfing. Now back to when I said about MMR being more bendable than a Twizzlers candy. I'd like to say that I only have 550 hours on DVD, yet
Wow.
I've still,
You're not going to know
from time
anything.
to time, encountered comp teams. Don't believe me? Here's a Steam comment from
From who?
from the chair sniffers. The chair sniffers comp team that they
Chair
left after they
sniffers.
destroyed me in a public match when they were doing a charity live stream.
Interesting.
Also, here's a screenshot of a person I versed with 10k hours.
Boom.
I don't have recordings of these games because I wasn't planning on doing content
Why are you going against these?
creation at the time, but this should be at least a little bit of proof.
What was that?
Doing content creation
This is actually, as a content creator, I don't know at the time, more proof that content creators can go against 500 hours. I don't really go, like, right, so you can kind of, especially if you're in like a solo queue, because you could have people who are really high level, and it kind of evens out. It can kind of happen, and then you've got the buffer as well. It's very, very convoluted, 100%. But I'm not just talking about, you know, you going against some really good player and you're just okay. I'm talking about really fucking good survivors going against literal day one killers who can't play the game. There's a big difference. I know that there's a buffer. Like, I went against quite a chill team on my very last game today, but they weren't completely brain dead. You know, like, I see like really just getting 360'd 3 times back to back. That will always stand out. It was a doctor game I saw. And they didn't know the shock timing. and they were at a window, and the guy got 360'd back to back at a fucking window.
Yeah,
I'm
that
talking about that
happens,
stuff.
right?
I'm talking about that complete like day one,
Noobs.
don't know anything. Yeah.
Creation
So
at
there's
the
a
time,
there's a drastic
but
difference.
this should be at least a little bit of proof. So, either I'm the most cracked Pyramid Head player this game has ever seen with only 500 hours, or, what is more likely, the MMR system is way more
Wait. You were going against them as they were Survivor. Well, we don't even know how good they are as Survivor. I know that one Pump Willie, I think is like, oh, I can't remember what it means. I think it was Sadako maybe. He's a killer main. Anyway.
flexible than TrU gives it credit for.
And lastly, 1600 plus is considered the high skill bracket. Getting into this bracket
I actually
is easy.
talked to Hens about this on Twitter. I thought that you could go past here and just go further and further, but this is actually the bracket here. So when you get to the top, you're here, and then it goes down to here, and it can't go past here. But this is what I'm on about. Why are they going against these when they're here? You're not supposed to go back down past here. This is the cutoff. Like, this is the cutoff. You shouldn't be going against lower, and you shouldn't be going against testing. That the cutoff is here. So if you're really good, you should go here.
I have no idea how it
Easier than you
happened.
might think. Players who only have a few hundred hours and would generally not be considered super experienced can easily end up playing against 10,000 hour cringe threadlords who play DBD for a living.
Very rarely.
Just like me.
Very rarely.
After ranking into this bracket, there's also a loss prevention system in place that prevents the player
It prevents the top people from going further down to the lower,
from
right?
immediately dropping back out, even if they lose multiple matches.
And when they mean dropping back out, they mean the bracket, don't they? So people here, it's even harder to get to here. So once again, why are really, really good survivors going against lower bracket and testing bracket? That's what I'm on about.
Raw. This can be a cause for major frustration and confusion for a lot of players who seem to be getting opponents
Well, I mean, the devs have confused the fuck out of everyone, yeah.
who
A lot of it's
consistently
speculation.
outclass them in terms of experience. If you can relate to this, chances are you just got into this bracket. The highest reachable
I
value
got into silver too. Look how confused everyone is.
in terms of matchmaking is 2,100. Only a limited amount of players managed to reach such a rating. With that in mind, you would probably think that these players almost exclusively play against each other.
Nope.
But today's matchmaking
They used to, and it took about 15 to 20 minutes to get a game, and every single game were 3 to 4 minutes long, and then you'd move to the next one. It was really bad. That's why they put the buffer.
highly prioritizes speed with the unidirectional matchmaking. This means if player A waits long enough, they can get into a match with player B, even though player B just queued and found a match instantly.
which leads to survivors is
Explaining it, unsure if TrU3Ta1ent has seen it since he has drama hands. No, like, him changing his name to Hands Guy was a bit weird because I accidentally said his name wrong, and then all of a sudden he did it, so it felt passive aggressive. But I've talked to him, and apparently it's just a massive coincidence. I'm not 100% like, okay, I believe you, because people have just lied and just been disgusting to me for fucking 3+ years at this
A lot of
point.
people have lied to you.
Yes, I'm
And
not too
well,
trusting. I'm
no,
not too trusting.
no.
But I did give him benefit of the doubt, so I'm okay with him at the moment. And hopefully it was just a massive coincidence.
especially survivor content creators facing bad killers
But I
from
understand
time
how MMR works. I've played games with MMR for a very, very long time.
How long have you
to
played?
time. Now this is only the really bad take from TrU that has truly had a negative impact on the DBD community. And while there's more, like Swift should be given a debuff,
Yeah, it should. Tell me how it's bad. What is wrong with that comment? Yeah. It's not punishing them. It's balanced. That's like giving a 10% max HP debuff to Fortnite players who play with friends just because they have more information. Well, it's not.
What? No.
And also, with Fortnite, is there something in place, guys? Does anyone know at the top level, where there's some kind of thing with joining with people? Wait, Fortnite's 1v1. I just realized.
It's always yeah, and if it's 2v2, it's 2v2 all the way through. What?
So that's a bit of a weird example, and you could use games which actually do Stop, like League does it, right? At the top level, you can't queue with like 4 or whatever.
No, you can queue. You can't queue with 4. You can queue with 5 because then there's not one.
But you only
person
can
that's-
go against other 5s.
Yes.
can you go- or-
Yes, you can. And yeah.
No,
you
no.
can-
Does it only put you against other 5s
Yes.
though, who are queued together?
Mhm.
But that's what I'm on about. That's what I mean. That's how you balance it. You don't put a stacked team against someone who isn't. So again, tell me how this is bad.
Also-
And no, this doesn't make sense because Fortnite don't play as duos. It's usually 1 and 1 and 1 and 1.
There's also a certain like limit to how high you can be in compared to your friend. If the like the league and the rank is too far apart, you can't queue up together.
Interesting.
So
Interesting.
you can't get boosted.
You can do that on this. Yeah, you can go with really low level people as a really high, so you
Yep.
go against a really low killer.
Yep, you can delete.
Behavior incompetent. I don't know what to say. It's obvious. And they're talking about me saying bad game design, and they're fucking saying that it's smart with what behavior you're doing. Like,
That's not really harmful, okay? It's just a bad take.
right.
It's just a bad take.
Yeah, just a bad
no,
take.
No explanation.
Let's just have Omega buffs on Swift and imbalance the whole game because fuck it. Despite my disagreement, I don't think that was a problematic statement. The reason the Smurf thing is problematic is that it questions the legitimacy of content creators without showing proof. Proof is what you see. Like if you see a really good player, I don't need to
And
say it.
by the way, 2 hours of analyzing True's bad takes at 1 million subscribers.
Do it. Do a 2 hour of all my bad takes. That's a challenge. Do it. You won't do it. They will, but then I'll just go on and be like, how is that bad? How is that bad? How is that bad? Like, they won't say
won't-
anything
they
legit with
won't
substance.
Sub right now if you want to see that. Yeah, that's a lie. I'm not going to do that. I don't even think there'd be enough.
I think my brain would turn into much more than it is as well, so saying I've got loads.
But, so what are my conclusions? The recent 99% accusation that True's put out there is way more harmful to the DVD community than one might think. True does not know the extent of how their accusation has caused harassment, despite him being on this receiving end of harassment constantly.
These people who really care about people getting harassed and all this kind
They
of
never
stuff.
care about you being.
That's what I
harassed.
mean.
Never.
It seems really like they just sit and watch. It's really strange.
You get so much shit.
Yeah, I know. But
And they never ever stand behind
they don't give a
you when
shit.
you get
They don't
punched.
give a shit. So I just find it really double standards, like massive double standards with that.
True refuses to give evidence to their
I'm not
accusation,
gonna-
which
yeah.
leads to confusion in the wider community, which leads
Like evidence, like the claim I'm saying is something for people to actually work out themselves and see for themselves and come to their own conclusions. Evidence for what?
They
Like
want-
evidence for me witch hunting someone?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm not
That's
gonna
what
do
they
that.
want. They want you to. witch
Do they
hunt
not
someone.
realize that if I do that, it's going to be worse
Yes,
for me?
but that's what they want. Do
Do people not realize that's what they want then?
Probably not.
Like these people just get manipulated non-stop. It's ridiculous.
to all Survivor creators being harassed.
Just tell someone so we can cancel you
True says
properly.
they'd
Bro.
like to discuss things, but this only really applies to content creators who have a big following.
No, I'm just
Or-
gonna stay with loads of different people, even people who aren't content creators.
People who have already called them out publicly. And lastly, True seems to not understand how flexible the MMR system can be at
Yeah, dude.
times,
I understand
which
it
leads to
completely.
him noticing weak killers in Survivor content.
No, not that bad. Not that bad. You can literally, you literally watched this, how it works, and you're showing the brackets, and you're listening to Hens say you can't go down the lower bracket, or it's harder to go down the lower bracket, and and then I'm saying that why are people this high going against this? In some of the stuff I say, or this, like they're going against really, really weak people.
Can I say something?
What?
There's someone in chat saying that you are focusing too much on the negativity. They are putting it onto him always. There's always someone who puts negativity onto True.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
can
yeah.
you not understand that you need to defend yourself?
Yeah.
When all you get
The
is
thing what you
fucking
guys
shit
don't
from
understand.
people.
The thing,
Holy shit.
the thing what you guys don't understand is Angry, I think of the 1 month. I've had this for 3 years plus since the ableist bullshit from that very, very toxic person. Nicole, thank you for the formats as well. And that kind of like started the whole snowball of it, right? I've ignored loads of it and I haven't really addressed it at all. Nothing really changes. If anything, it gets worse. So I'm trying something different where I actually talk about it and actually, you know, address it and just show you kind of how smoke and mirrors it all is, how kind of twisted it all is. I'm just trying something. If it don't work, don't work. At least I'm trying something
The
different.
MMR system
That's
can
kind
be
of what I do.
They're
Trying
smurfing.
different things.
Now I'm going to state something really important for you in this video.
Luna.
Please, think for you.
If you believe I took something out of context, I will leave all the source videos in the description. Call me out on it. We can civilly discuss in the comments if you're comments on if you're justified.
Yourselves instead of just taking a conclusion at face value. This goes for both my viewers.
If viewers watch this, please don't accuse a part of the community without providing evidence. It just leads to a done so. I just don't understand why everyone defends these nameless people, but when it's like literally directed at me, no one gives a shit. You control what your community does. Yeah, they do. Yeah, and they give no shits. They just witch hunt constantly, lie about me. Whether you realize it or not.
Viewers and TrU3Ta1ent's viewers. Also a reminder to only leave constructive criticism and
to not tell anyone who shows in this video comment, no matter your emotions towards them, be mature, 100%. We are all one community, don't feel that. We're all human, yep, and humans commit mistakes. They can,
the comments for any of us. That applies to me or True. I'm telling you right now, if you bring up any
past drama about talent will get your comment deleted, contributes nothing to the conversation, just spreads more toxicity.
past drama about True, I will delete that because that is not what this video is about.
Okay.
Apparently there's a pinned comment from him on the video.
Yeah, so
Oh, I didn't see it.
where I said I've done deeper research, I've discovered 2 tweets from TrU that actually improve the argument in this video. Put quotes of them in the replies to the pinned comment, blah, 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 blah. Same videos on DVD is so harmful. Meanwhile, DVD, Twitter.
Apparently this guy, the guy
Anyway.
who made the previous video laughing stock about TrU made another one.
Yeah, he
apologize.
did, yeah. Anyway, that was that. Hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. Let me just...
Sorry for just bumping in.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
just can't shut up about it because it's just